By the way, I made it clear to my friends up in Nantucket in that area, I don't want to hear any more about you don't like looking at them. They're pretty. But seriously, it's incredible the breakthroughs that they're making. Once you tell a nation that we can do this, go do it, it's amazing what happens. One of the things I've found out as the President of the United States, I get to spend a lot of that money. I get to decide where, no, I'm not joking. And we're going to completely, but before, we're going to start the process where every vehicle in the United States military, every vehicle is going to be climate friendly. Every vehicle. We're going to have no, I mean it. And we slashed methane and brought over 100 nations together when I was at the big meeting we had in Europe. 100 nations around the globe. And I got them to, there's two things. And we're also joined today by Larson and I know. You're going to, no, I got it. Del Bene, who's a real champion for working families. You know, in my view, this crisis, as I said, is a genuine opportunity. An opportunity to do things we wanted to do and only now have become so apparent. Look, out here in the West, we're repowering retired power plants and clean hydrogen and advanced nuclear, making them economic hubs again. And in the heartland, in the fields that feed our country, we're planting cover crops.
Do you think inflation is going to get worse, or do you see it having maybe peaked in March?
Well, it may have peaked, but look, you know, inflation has been high, and I think the shocks emanating from this unjustified attack on Ukraine will prolong inflationary pressures. So the outlook is uncertain. As you know, the Fed is taking steps to bring inflation down, but I think we'll have to put up with high inflation for a while longer.
It's horrific what this company's done to their shareholders. I weep like a baby for them. I wouldn't touch this stock. However, if Elon Musk gave me a piece of the deal, if he took it over on the debt stack or the equity, I'd back him because of executional performance on everything he touches. The rest of this board and those employees have done a horrifically bad job. I think they should be fired. Now, you know, when you start to try and figure out who should have a voice and who shouldn't, you're stepping on the basic principles of free speech in America. And that really doesn't sit well with the majority of the population.
I believe in free speech as much as I think anybody.
The cost of free speech, the cost to society, is allowing the lunatic fringe to have a voice. And that's always been the case back to when they were writing newspapers by hand. You got to get over that, Andrew. You have to realize that the lunatic fringe has a voice. It's horrible if you don't like their opinion.
I'm an automobile buff. I have a 68 Corvette that does nothing but pollute the air, but I don't drive very much. I brought together.
So right now, those solar and wind build-outs, the projections are not where you would like to see them. How can we get them there? The projections for the build-outs for solar and wind.
Well, the International Energy Association agency tells us that in order to meet the goals by 2030 of a 45 to 50% reduction, we have to be deploying renewables 5 times faster than we are today. 5 times faster. We have to be shutting coal plants 5 times faster. We have to be deploying electric vehicles 22 times faster. We are behind.
I've flown over every major wildfire in this country with FEMA since, not every, a couple I didn't, but the vast majority of them. And with this executive order on Earth Day, we're also showing this moment of maximum threat and urgency can also be a moment of enormous hope and enormous opportunity. You know, that we carry in heart and mind the image of the ideal place, the right place, the one true home, known or unknown, actually visionary. I know you all feel it. You wouldn't be sitting here in cold with your coats not on if you didn't. Governor, I hate to admit it, but I was part of that early Earth Day. I was only 7 years old, but God, oh my Lord, I can't admit I said that. But anyway, it's been a passion of mine as long as I've been involved in public life. What got me involved in politics, not that it matters to you all, but I was thinking about it on the way over here. I was a young attorney in Delaware, and they wanted to, across the top of my state, they wanted to connect 2 highways, and it's through what is the most beautiful part of the state. But instead of being willing to do it in an area that in fact had no consequence for the environment, they decided to put it through areas that were straighter but more damaging. And I got involved to try to stop the construction of that highway, which I did. That's what got me involved. And it caused me great problems because I ended up having to run for the county council, which was the hardest job I ever had. I didn't want it. And folks, there's easy answers. There's easy answers. We can do all that Patty and I and others have been talking about, and not one person in America making less than $400,000 a year will see a single solitary increase in their taxes. Not one. Not a single increase. So what we should be doing, and I'm trying to get done, they're not going to maybe like this, we should be paying the Brazilians not to cut down their forest. We got to cut ours down. We got to cut ours down. We got the benefit of it. We've got these third world countries, not third world, some are, in Africa and in South America. We got the industrial countries have to help. 2 senators occasionally don't vote with me. That's right? Literally, 48, they talk about the split in the Democratic Party. There's virtually no split in the Democratic Party. We just happen to have 50 presidents. You have 50. But all kidding aside, 48% of my Democratic colleagues in the Senate vote with me 94% of the time. So it's not like we have a split, but we have virtually no Republicans.